Howdy do everyone, it's Andrew here and welcome to another episode of 3 Laps, 3 Topics. Now first of all we need to put a bit of context onto this race. This was me and Liam and a couple of other VRL people on some 3-lap public lobbies and some other Brits as well, and we came across a guy called Helbert. And Helbert was dishing it out to some of the Brits. I'm not sure why, I think he just got penalties for ramming them off in previous races. So please excuse the retaliations. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. So around China, the Shanghai International Circuit, and as the first lap is about to kick off, let's get on to the first topic of the day, which I thought would be a little review of Hungary and how that went. The prediction that I made could have happened. It could have happened. Grosjean was in a good position to potentially win the race, and what did he do? He hit Jensen Button and then got, oh, hello, big bump there. Anyway, Grosjean, he kind of got screwed by the stewards, didn't he? I'm not going to go on about that Massa incident. The stewards have made a right balls up of that, and it wasn't the only balls up that they made. I thought that some of the stewards' decisions were very strange this weekend, both ways really. Some too harsh, some too lenient. Lenient being the more technical ones. When Grosjean's floor apparently wasn't complying to the rules. I've seen people thrown out of races for that in the past, so I was expecting them to put me at the back of the grid. So that one was odd. And then the Alonso one with his DRS. That, for me, that's something that in the past, a technical infringement like that has been penalised with a disqualification. So I don't know what the stewards at the Hungaroring were drinking, but yeah, some very weird ones that maybe need to be addressed and things maybe set out a bit more clearly in future races. But big congratulations to Lewis Hamilton. Even though my prediction didn't come true, I was absolutely delighted to see him win. Even in the background of all this Nicole Scherzinger rubbish that I hope ends for him quite soon, because it is rubbish really, isn't it? Anyway, lap 2, I thought I'd talk about the Alonso to Red Bull rumours. You can see why he may want to move Red Bull over the last, was it 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, yeah, 5 years have produced a much better car year on year than Ferrari, and developed across the season a much better car, so I can see why he wants to move. I don't think it's going to happen though. Lots of other people have said that it's not going to happen, and I tend to agree with them. What I actually think Alonso's manager may have been in the Red Bull hospitality suite for is something probably a lot smaller. As far as I'm aware, Alonso's manager, I think is Mr. Abad, I forget his first name, is also manager of Carlos Sainz Jr., who is currently racing in GP3 for Christian Horner's junior team, which he co-owns with Mark Webber. I actually think the root of the conversation was probably Carlos Sainz Jr. stepping up to GP2 next year, and that's all it may have been. And yeah, there may have been a discussion about Alonso moving to Red Bull, but that was probably being his manager doing his job properly and being a bit opportunistic. Who knows? I still think it's going to be between Raikkonen and Ricciardo for the drive, but we'll just have to wait and see. I think it will probably be sorted in these next couple of weeks, as Helbert's on the scene. Helbert is on the scene, people. Oh no, he's behind me, and I know what's coming right here. I know what's coming. Wait for it. Wham! There you go. What a noob. What an absolute noob. Anyway, last lap, thought I'd briefly talk about some more calendar changes. So it would appear that Korea's gone, and India's gone as well. Contrary to my beliefs in a previous video where I said that I didn't think India would go for financial reasons. I was listening again, as I do mostly every Wednesday, to Radio Le Mans midweek motorsport show, and they were saying that probably one of the reasons India may be gone is that the way they tax the teams is quite extortionate. I think they were saying that they were, in terms of corporation tax or their equivalent, they take 1/19th because it's one of the 19 races, which is pretty ridiculous, really. Oh my goodness! I've been teabagged by Freddie. Freddie's car has just teabagged my Toro Rosso. Well, I never. Goodness me. What is going on in this race? Anyway, yes, I was talking about India, wasn't I? So yeah, India scrapped for 2014 because it's going to come back 2015 in an earlier date. I don't think it's going to come back at all, to be honest. I think that's just a cover story. I remember when Malaysia used to be the last round, and then they moved it to the start of the season, and there wasn't any having to skip it for a year to prepare for it. So yeah, I think India's gone. I was also hearing today that Russia might not happen either because they've not submitted an application for a race for next year in time. So I'm not really sure what's going on there either. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's been a bit rabbly, lots of thoughts going on in my head. But if you've liked it, click that like button, and if you want to hear more from me or see any of the Vortex Racing League races as they appear, click that subscribe button. Below a couple of videos that you might have missed. On the left is the previous episode of 3 Laps 3 Topics, and on the right is the recent Formula 2 race from VRL. Goodbye.